Hello there. Welcome to Hornbeam Wood Hedgehog Sanctuary. I thought I'd do a quick update on some progress that we made recently for the hedgehogs. So we're a charity that's based in Harpenden, Hertfordshire, looking after injured or sick hedgehogs. We rehabilitate them until they're fit and well to be released back into the wild. We're a charity, so if you'd like to donate to us, that'd be fantastic. You can find a load more information about us on our website. There should be links at the bottom of this video, but I'll leave it in the description as well. So this is the latest renewed hedgehog hospital. So we've got a whole bunch of new stuff. This is pretty big for us. We are a small charity, and extremely grateful to a lot of the support we get from the local community. So someone called Mike has been helping me with this, and then there's a person called Francis who's been knitting little hedgehogs and little toys, and we've been selling those over the last year or so. That's funded a lot of the equipment inside this hospital. So I'll give you a quick tour, a virtual tour of the hospital, and then after that I can kind of explain what it is we do in a bit more detail. But this is more of an update video really. It's a bit easier to type, easier to video than type it out. So yeah, so to begin with, these 8 hutches here, these are check-in, check-out hutches for hedgehogs coming in from rescues. So we go out and rescue the hedgehogs locally, and sometimes people drop off the hedgehogs that are injured or need help. And so the left-hand side is going to be for check-in, and the right-hand side is going to be for check-out. So check-in basically means when they arrive, they're going to temporarily be in here, and there's a few locations they might go to, one being the hedgehog hospital, a second being rehabilitation hutches outside, which is there's about 30 or 40, there's about 40 hutches out there. So depending on the condition of them, whether the health is bad, severe, if it's really bad, then they end up going to the vets, so like fractures, bone fractures, x-rays and things like that. But it is basic stuff like worms, some parasites. They suffer from ticks and fleas as well. We de-tick and deflea them. They'll end up in here. So it needs a roof still, which we're going to hopefully be doing this week or next week, and it needs waterproofing as well, like the sides, things like that. And then these little clips here are just literally to let us know which hedgehog's in which pen. So what have I done? So this is the hedgehog hospital. What I'll do is a quick tour of the outside, very briefly, so you can see the outside of it. It goes all double glazed windows, so they were perspex, but they're double glazed now. Let's go down here. Water butt here for obviously capturing the water, and the drains on both sides. The roof is felt, all nice and waterproof. It's also insulated, so there's insulation underneath and on the walls and on the ceiling, so it's totally insulated. There's a double door to come in here just to retain the heat. That's all that's for. So this closes up and like there, and then there's a second door, so it's just to retain some heat during the winter months, because we do get hedgehogs in the winter months that need overwintering, mainly because they're underweight. So there will be hedgehogs in here in the winter time. So what have I done? So it's complete. It's entirely complete. So there is electric at the moment, which is 12 volts. I'd like to thank a lot of people. We have an Amazon wish list. I'll link it in the description. I'll post a little image on the video. And this case was donated to us. And inside here, there's a solar charger. Again, that was donated to us via the wish list. So lots of bits and bobs in here that have come from people just buying. There's also a solar panel. You can't see it, on top of this overhang here. So and this will basically power all the lights without any problems through a battery in the evenings, and it will do 1 or 2 small 12 volt incubators. So medicine cabinets, so various medical supplies in there that the hedgehogs need. We've got a little storage box here for heat pads, mainly microwave heat pads, water bottles. And over here, more supplies, syringes, mainly for administering medication. A few bottles down the bottom there, and there's a few boxes. Not much very interesting in that, to be honest with you. So this is the prep table. This is really, really good. I mean, before this, I was actually using a sort of wooden bench, so this is really nice. A bit more hygienic, so we're able to wash it down and everything else like that. Scales, all the hedgehogs have weighed at various points coming in, coming out of the sanctuary, but scales are probably the most important thing you can have. Weight. I've got some bowls underneath there. Not entirely sure what I'm going to put in there, but there will be something that will go in there. And on the this little strip here is just for flies. There is a problem. Obviously, flies can become a big issue with hedgehogs, especially in the spring, summer months. They lay little larva eggs on the hedgehogs, so they're no good for the hedgehogs most of the time. So we try to keep this fly free. We've got a sink, works as well. Water's plumbed in, so this is brilliant. All stainless steel again. There we go. It's going to make life a lot easier, much nicer than using a hose pipe. Then these are pens here. They're just transport hutches, so when the hedgehogs are going between locations at the sanctuary. Then I don't reuse these ones for rescues. They're just local transportation. In the middle here, this is just a cleaning table. So the tubs, hedgehogs are actually in tubs on these racks, and when they get cleaned every day, the tub is put on this table here to make it easier to clean. Renew the food, renew their bedding. So we've got dried hedgehog food at the bottom there, which we get through a lot of. Cleaning, so this is to clean the sides of the tubs and things like that, also the surfaces. Various bits of food. These water things here, this is just an emergency, and sometimes the water gets cut off. So bowls that are clean. Newspapers, very important newspapers. Get through a lot of newspapers, so that's really good. And this is what the hedgehog food looks like. It's sort of a dried, oh, there's a nice spider there. There's a nice spider. What is that? Look at that. Heater. And there is a fan as well, although it's not in here. So the heater for winter months and the fan in the summer months to keep it a bit cooler in here during the hot months and a bit warmer in here during the colder months. Incubators. We have these ones here, 12 volt. These are really, really good. So when a hedgehog comes in, initially, sometimes they're really cold, especially the hoglets, and during the winter months as well. They're really cold, so it's a good way of bringing their body temperature up to the correct temperature, and also for prolonged period of times if they've got some other issues. The bigger one here, this is mains voltage, and these ones here are 12 volts. So we've got 4 12 volts and 1 mains volt. This big one here can actually be separated into sort of 2. These are really good. So this is a bit more accurate, this larger one, digital temperature, and the smaller ones have got a thermostat, and you adjust the temperature by this gauge here. Then up here, we've got some towels. Towels are always used all over the place, in carriers, in tubs. We use them inside here. So this is a tub to administer medication through the air. So it's a defibrillator sort of here. It's not plugged in yet. I haven't got the mains electric in here yet, but this basically pumps in medication so the hedgehog can breathe medication. It's another way of administering medication. And then up here, a few more towels on the racks, and then these tubs for hedgehogs. There are tubs missing, so all the shelves that are empty, they're not empty because there's nothing to put in them. I actually have some of the tubs lent out to foster carers who are looking after hedgehogs for us. They're healthy hedgehogs, they just need fattening up, bit of weight gaining, and then they're released. So there will actually be more tubs here, but a few of them are being lent out. So in these tubs here, all they have is a little nesting box, and then 2 bowls, food and water, newspaper at the bottom with air vents, front and back, and also on top. Then these carriers are rescue carriers, so 2 different sizes. Small ones for the sort of hoglets, juvenile hedgehogs, the teenagers, and then the larger ones down there are for the adults. So yeah, and we've got a few supply here. All of these actually have been bought for us very kindly by by the community, local community, and people on anywhere really. There's a wish list, and they buy these tubs for us, so, and also the nesting boxes, so they really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all that. And also all the lighting and stuff like this. It's all 12-volt lighting. The whole place is just 12-volt at the moment, and I've got temporary mains electric via an extension lead, but mains electric will be wired in here very shortly. So the floor is just emulsion paint. That's why it's so dirty. I need to put some proper paint down here as well. So there is a tub of paint on the wish list. That's something that we could do with at the moment, but yeah, that will be done eventually. Not that important, but it would be nice to have it with a nice shiny floor and easy to clean. But there you go. So it was just a quick update. Thank you very much for all your support, really appreciated. This is quite a big achievement for us. It will help us. We can probably extend the amount of hedgehogs in rehabilitation with about 30-ish, but not only that, obviously it's a lot better environment to look after the hedgehogs as well. So fantastic, thank you very much. And I might post up another video very quickly about some other projects that we've been doing, so check out those videos. Cheers, goodbye.